All right, so let's move on to the next set, okay? Again, number one, already had things factored. When we get to problems like 2, 3, 4, and 5, these things are not factored. More importantly, we got to make sure our problems are set equal to 0. That one's good to go. Ooh, this one's not good to go. This one's good to go, and this one is not good to go. So because there's 4 here, I'll do 2, and I'll leave the other 2 for you. Let's go ahead and let's do this guy over here. I need this guy right here set equal to 0, so I'm going to move this to the other side. What happens to positive 5 when it moves to the other side of the equal sign? It becomes negative 5. Your new problem is x squared minus 2x minus 15 equal to 0. That is your new problem. And now, the only way that you can identify A, B, and C, you got to have your problem set equal to 0. So, in the notes here, it says, show your work, use the X puzzle, don't forget to solve, all right? We're going to solve this by factoring. So, everybody use your X puzzle. We're looking for 2 numbers that multiply to 1 times negative 15. And we're looking for 2 numbers that add up to negative 2. What are these 2 numbers? Is it 1 and 15? Nah. Is it 3 and 5? Ooh, pretty sure it is 3 and 5. If and only if we make the 5 negative and the 3 positive. This is going to make our statement true. That works out, all right? So from here, we can go ahead and go towards our answer, which is, we got to be in factor form. First thing that goes in parentheses is the first term, not including the squared. And then we throw out 2 numbers in there, positive 3 and negative 5. And then we solve. X plus 3 equal to 0. X minus 5 equal to 0. Subtract 3 on both sides. X is equal to negative 3. So, add 5 on both sides? Oh, yeah. 0 plus 5 is 5. X equals 5. Those are our 2 answers right there. Kaboom, kaboom. Easy work. But you got to have your factoring skills. And again, this problem was easy because there's no need for a GCF. We got that 1 right there. We always want that 1 right there, which allows us to go straight to our 2 numbers. Now let me go here to number 4. Number 4, oh no, we don't have the 1. Unfortunate situation. Can I? Let's try. Let's divide by 9 everywhere. And doesn't work for those 2. That's unfortunate. 9 doesn't work. Does 3 work? Yes. Oh no. So this is what we got to work with, y'all. This is what we got to work with. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start out with my answer this time. And remember, we wanted this number right here to be 1, but we didn't get a GCF yet. Okay, we didn't get a GCF yet. I'm going to go ahead and put 9x in both of my parentheses, okay? And now I'm going to go shopping for 2 numbers. These 2 numbers should multiply to 9 times negative 5. And these same 2 numbers should add up to negative 12. The only way that you can multiply to a negative number is a negative times a positive. And is it 1 and 45? No. Is it 3 and 15? Yep, it is 3 and 15. Negative 15 and positive 3. These are the 2 numbers that would satisfy the situation. Negative 15 plus 3 is negative 12. Negative 15 times 3 is negative 45. So these are the 2 numbers. Now we put these 2 numbers inside the parentheses. Oops, where's that color? Where did it go? We put these 2 numbers inside the parentheses. And now we go for a secondary GCF, all right? The GCF right here for 9 and 15 is going to be 3. GCF right here for 9 and 3 is 3, okay? Again, what does that work look like when I do this secondary GCF? 9 is 1 and 9, 3 times 3. 15 is 1 and 15, 3 and 5. And oh yeah, we had 3 in there as well. 1 and 3, that's it. If we compare our GCF for 9 and 15, the biggest number that they have in common is 3. That's why we got it right here. If you compare the GCF for, let's pick a different color. If you do the GCF for 9 and 3, the biggest number that they have in common is also 3. That's why we got the 3 here. And 100% of the time, if you do this right, these two numbers that you get for your secondary GCF should always multiply back to the original A value, okay? 3 times 3 is 9. So the new problem becomes 3x minus 5, 3x plus 1. And then we set those equal to 0, and you solve that the same way that we solve this example right here in the first part of the video. Easy money. So let's go ahead and conclude this video for now. If you feel like you need help on the backside, trust me, you don't. This is all calculator work. I will be posting full solutions for these guys using the quadratic formula. Again, this is all calculator work. This is all calculator work. Meaning you got to know the quadratic formula. You shouldn't have to memorize this. You should have notes. You're going to need that guy right there to find your answers for 6 and 7. And then down here for 8 and 9 and 10, you're just going to be doing that investigative piece right here with the b squared minus 4ac. Don't include the square root. Again, it's just b squared minus 4ac. You want to use that information to determine what type of answers you're going to have, okay? What type of answers are we going to have? And one more thing for you to add to your notes for problems 8, 9, and 10. Whenever you are working with the discriminants, if your square root number is a positive number, after you type all this good stuff into the calculator, you will have 2 real solutions, okay? 2 real solutions. If you have a negative number inside your square root, what you will have is 2 imaginary solutions. AKA no real solutions. In the calculator, what you'll see is undefined. All right, when you do your investigative work, you'll see undefined. And last but not least, if your square root is equal to 0, you'll just have one solution. One real solution. You definitely want to take notes and put this stuff in your notes. Easy multiple choice questions that you can get right on your quiz on Thursday just by using your calculator for negative b divided by, well, not negative b, but b squared minus 4ac. It's as simple as knowing who's b, who's a, and who's c. In this problem right here, because it's set equal to 0, a is 1. It's going to go right there. B is -4. It's going to go right here. And C is -4. It's going to go right there. You type into your calculator to find out what that number is. If you get a positive number, it's 2 real solutions. If you get a negative number, it's 2 imaginary solutions. If you get 0, it's 1 real solution. Okay? And again, let's go ahead and conclude this video. Make sure y'all stay busy. And please finish your work properly. What's the point of having open notes assessments if you guys don't even finish your notes? All right, sign in.